I wasn't banned from Snapchat, TikTok or Instagram, and none of my friends were.
When the ban
Did it work? I wasn't banned from anything, and none of my friends were. Sounds like it didn't work. I wanna watch something longer. We're gonna watch this because that was great.
I wasn't banned from Snapchat, TikTok.
What happened to my sound?
I wasn't banned from Snapchat, TikTok or Instagram, and none of my friends were.
When the ban came, I got kicked off social media. It allowed me to see the clarity in how social media actually wasn't very important for my life.
I've made friendships with a lot more people who don't have it because I can relate to not having it as well.
I was not impacted by the social media ban. So I still use Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. Of my year group, which is there is about 170 to 180 girls, I know of exactly 3 who were impacted.
That's a bad ratio.
Received notifications that there would be checks and that they would verify our age. However, I did not lose my account.
On TikTok, I just got a notification that said like the terms and conditions had changed. And it just said like, click OK. And I clicked that and it was A-OK.
My parents were very...
Said like, click OK. Terms and
15 years old. What age group were they targeting? Because if you're 15, like isn't it like an under 16? Close to that line, maybe
conditions
they
had
weren't
changed.
as strict.
And it just said like, click OK. And I clicked that and it was A-OK.
My parents were very restrictive about social media, so I didn't have any. But I thought this ban would make it more equal because other people wouldn't have social media, but it didn't really work for a lot of people.
So it didn't really work for a lot of people. Yeah, under 16 social media. I wanna look at results. Here we go. ITV. I don't recognize. I don't trust CNN. Let's just see if I something that's better. We're gonna try this IT. Let's see how they do.
Really beg the UK government not to make the same mistake that Australia has. The content still remains today. The creators of content remains today. It's really embarrassing to see my government celebrating such a fail.
Saying no.
It's sad to see him celebrating such a failure.
You can't do something and forcefully taking that away without giving them much choice really just makes people want to do it more.
Cyberbullying, that was always a concern of mine, so yeah, I'm all for the ban.
14-year-old Evie showed us what happens when she tries to get into Snapchat.
Her account has been locked.
She's been able to get around the ban on other platforms and says it hasn't changed her social media habits.
Saying no, you can't.
I mean, I'm gonna bring it up. How? Those nails? I mean, I have a phone. My nails get slightly long. It's a pain. I keep my nails short. It's a pain to operate the phone. Any kind of nail. How do you live like this? This seems terrible to me. All right, let's get back to the point.
Habits.
Saying no, you can't do something and forcefully taking that away without giving them much choice really just makes people want to do it more and realize what they had. So I think that the idea that people will be outside more if their social media accounts get banned is slightly delusional.
You know what I think we should do? We should create a government social media platform where you have to essentially log into it through government ID. Like I think we should be building like a government ID system. You'd have to use that to log into it, and that way, like everything there, there's so many places like Roblox where there's just no adult supervision, where there really should be some kind of adult supervision. You don't allow your kids to just go to a park and just do whatever they want all day, but you allow them to go on Roblox and talk to whoever, do whatever all day. And like problems come up, and you need a system to handle the problem. And Roblox system to handle the problem is to ignore the problems. Sue anyone who talks about the problem. And that's just not how we should be handling it. Like, I want to see if I can find a clip. How's best to find? I'm looking for a specific clip. There was an individual talking to a group of children about the game Roblox and asking them questions about if they've ever been asked to do something in exchange for the in-game currency. Can you try and find this clip for me? Let's see what it gets.
December 10th.
We're gonna go back to it. Because I remember watching it, and it was like, has anyone ever been asked to do something like they were uncomfortable with in exchange for Robux? And like all of the hands went. That's scary. Like that is a place that should have supervision. You have money, you have kids, and you have no supervision. It's gonna go bad. No, there's no way it's not going to go bad. Yes, I believe I did that clip specifically. You're describing. Okay. Can you show me the clip? Don't know if this is the clip.
Social media platforms, gaming platforms.
Predators who have transported children hundreds of miles away to.
I don't know if I want to watch a 20-minute documentary on it. I too want to see if I can find that clip. Okay. It's from school-based online safety session run by Kira Pendergast, founder CEO of Safe on Social. She regularly visits elementary schools and speaks directly to a group of children. This sounds like it, about Roblox risks. In these sessions, she asks questions like, who's playing Roblox? Okay. Yeah. Where to see it or closest public view. Unfortunately, the full raw video of her live school sessions with the kids isn't publicly released for child privacy and consent reasons. However, most detailed public descriptions. Kira regularly shares short video snippets here. if we're going to be able to find it. It's probably here. Let's see. I just can. I mean, we should probably watch this. This looks like a good. Oh, am I allowed to watch? Oh, let me see. She also appears in new segments where I know her name. Maybe it's better if I use the name of her organization. School-based safety session found safe on social. Let's see if I can get next clip. Social. Are either of these it? I'm way too far off course for the actual clip. We're gonna go through this, and then we might watch this. Or we might watch this another day. Let's continue. Either way, like, the fact is that social media, basically an unsupervised place where children interact, and honestly, like, if it was children interacting with children, it wouldn't be that bad. The problem is it's largely become an unsupervised place where children interact with adults. Like, there should be accountability and supervision there. Let's continue.
Australia became the first country to ban under-16s from several major social media platforms. 15-year-old Noah Jones has decided to take the government to court.
If they really wanted to protect people from the bad content, not just under 16s, they should have gotten rid of the bad content. They should have put...
Like, the difference is that children, like, there's an age where you are old enough to make the decision to drink. We created that, that's law. If you're under that age, we consider you not fully formed as a human enough to be able to make that decision. So I think the goal is, like with drinking, just to make it so that there is an age before you can become a part of social media and have that interaction. Because I think it is damaging for many youth. You know, I'm going to bring up one of my favorite charts. Stuff. Like, you know what uncontrolled access to social media has done to our youth? Okay. We are 71st in youth happiness. Like, that is not good. That is really bad. I think we had a drop of, like, because it's on like a 10-point scale, of like a whole point from the last one in youth happiness. Over a point. Clearly uncontrolled access of it uncontrolled access of social media for young people has a negative impact on their happiness. I'm not saying that's all the reason. There's a lot of reasons for that number to go down. I think social media is one of them. Now, taking something away will have just been allowed to use. Like, that's hard. It's hard. I don't know how you're gonna get a lot of people that react negatively. A lot of people react negatively. And I don't know. I don't know how you fix that. But either you take it away, which I mean would suck, or you create some kind of government-backed social media, kind of like how when I was young, you know, a lot of what we did was like watch kids channels on TV, but children's content on TV is highly regulated by the government to ensure quality and things like that. And nowadays, children have like just access to TikTok and YouTube, and there's no regulation for children's content that can really stick. And I think that's having some negative impacts, because there really should be some regulations in children's content. Like, I think we can all agree to that. And how you enforce that, like, when I was a kid, there just wasn't another option. Social media wasn't an option. But I think you can't just take it away. Like, I think you got to give them another option where there is some kind of supervision. This is somewhere where you can interact with people your age, because I think interacting with people your age through the internet is important, especially if you interact with them in real life and then online. Like, I think that's important. But a place where, like, you can see problems before they happen, and not like Roblox, which tries to cover up problems and pretend problems don't happen. All right. Let's continue.
All that money and resources into actually fixing the problems on social media.
With the support of his mother, he's challenging what they say is a rushed and ineffective piece of legislation.
I mean, it does seem rushed and ineffective.
I would really beg the UK government not to make the same mistake that Australia has. The content still remains today. The creators of content remains today. It's really embarrassing to see my government celebrating such a fail.
The Australian government says almost 5 million accounts have been deactivated, hailing that as an early sign of success.
Like, you can hear the nails tapping. Oh, that hurts. I could not stand that.
Success. Julie Inman Grant has been the driving force behind the ban and is consulting with the UK. The US Congress has accused her of censorship overreach. She told us there is more to come.
In 2 months, we will have some standards coming in that will require AI companions and chatbots to prevent under 18s from.
I mean, like, I think AI companions are just going to destroy us all, personally. Allowing that technology in any capacity, and it will eventually just end humanity. I am a pro AI regulation. I don't want to stop the development of AI because like it's gonna do so much good, but it can also do so much bad. And if you don't regulate it, you will get the bad with the good. And I would rather avoid the bad, just personally. But I mean, that's why you see these AI companies now and social media companies cozying up to the president of the US, right? They wanna avoid getting regulated. That would be terrible for them.
Receiving any prompts that encourage suicidal ideation, self-harm, disordered eating, violence, or
I mean, like, don't they already do that? How would I prompt it? How do I make a suicide prompt? I don't want it. And have this remember and be like, oh, this guy might be suicide. No. But I think they're getting better on that. I think there was a pretty big push. But I mean, pushing harder against stuff like that, fine. I mean, that should be a regulation.
Explicit pornography.
So what we've seen so far is actually just the beginning of the restrictions.
Yep. It's just
like, wasn't Grok just making nude images of people a while back? I guess I can't go to Grok to ask that one. Grok had an issue where its image generator was creating nude deepfakes of. Have they fixed that? Grok. Oh. They got it. It understands me. The issue with Grok AI and non-consensual deepfakes has been one of the biggest tech scandals of early 2026. Several fixes. The consensus from cybersecurity researchers as of mid-April 2026 is that the problem is partially mitigated but not fully solved. Here's the current state of affairs. Let's just get to the summary. The bottom line, it's much harder to generate that kind of harmful content now than it was in January, but it's still a cat and mouse game. I mean, everything's still a cat and mouse game. XAI has tightened the leash, but the architecture of the model makes it very difficult to eliminate the possibility entirely. Can I? Okay. I keep talking. Let's finish this.
It's the beginning.
It's hard to see why you'd want to be on your phone during Australia's summer holidays. In the sunshine at Sydney's Manly Beach, we conducted our own unscientific survey of the ban's success.
You've accidentally been following a bit of a social media ban yourself.
Yeah, you could say I have been. Like, in the past couple of weeks, my screen time's gone from like 8 hours down to like 3 hours, which I'm still trying to get that down to like 2 or 1.
Cyberbullying.
8 to 3? That a day or a week? Like how bad was it?
Bullying. That's something that I've sort of built into Indy from a really young age to be resilient about, and that was always a concern of mine. So yeah, I'm all for the ban.
It hasn't been much of an effect. You just can't comment on videos anymore.
Do you think it's a good thing, the ban?
Yeah, but it's like, if it's like, it's just too old, the ban. It should be like younger.
You know, we're pretty much better.
How do you do this properly? Like, it sounds like Australia, this is stage 1, and they're bringing in new stages. Which, I mean, from my understanding, Roblox wasn't even banned in stage 1 for under 16s. It's the worst one, in my personal opinion. But if they're gonna keep ratcheting it up, like, maybe it'll actually have some effects.
At the UK at everything, so what you probably should follow suit, yeah. Don't mention the cricket, sorry.
The jury may still be out in Australia, but British teenagers are braced for a social media ban that could soon be coming their way. Debbie Edward, ITV News, Sydney.
I mean, I think having some restrictions, certainly, for kids. Like I said, we have a restriction for alcohol. Alcohol is considered dangerous. You have to be a certain age before you can use it. You'd say social media is dangerous for your mental health. A certain age before you can do it makes sense. I also think that there's like benefits you can get from social media. So creating almost like a phone for people under 16, which has limitations. I think might be more appropriate, because taking away the phone, I don't think is ever going to happen. The ability to contact your child is important. But then to not have that phone, be able to just access all the social media, entirety of the internet, would be nice. So I don't know. I'll probably keep an eye on it, because it may start spreading to other countries. Social media ban, and if we're gonna do it, got to do it right. We got to get the good effects. I might watch this one. I think I'm gonna watch this. Save. Was I here? Let's just have a quick look. Positive aspects. What question again? Effects it's having. Let's see what it says. Reduced exposure for many kids. Millions of accounts gone means less automatic access to addictive feeds, harmful content, cyberbullying, and online predators for a large group of children. The government and eSafety Commissioner have called it a step towards giving kids their childhood. Okay. Empowering parents. Many parents report it makes it easier to say no to younger kids wanting accounts. Oh, that's a side of it I never thought of. When you push this societally, it empowers parents to prevent their children from accessing this content. So not only are you pushing for like a legal change, you're pushing for a societal change. Some teams adapt positively. Okay. Freer, less distracted, more offline time with friends and family. Reduce bullying for those who have lost access. Broader cultural shifts, high public support. It has prompted global discussions. I think we do need something like this. I would be part of the public support. Let's ensure if we're gonna do it, we do it right. Can allow certain, like, when you think social media, most people don't think Roblox, but I would consider Roblox a social media site. You have to make sure you're solving the problem. It's an entirety if you're going to do it. Long-term potential. By delaying access until 16, it may help during the most vulnerable adolescence years, which is what you would want to do. Based on mental health research linking heavy early social media use issues with anxiety, depression, and body image issues. In the social media ban in Australia for those under 16s, was the platform Roblox banned? Is there intentions to ban it in the future? Okay, where were we? Let's look at the negatives. Enforcement is leaky. Yep. Many teens report bypassing via fake birthdays, workaround, or no age checks at all. Some platform systems still let kids through. No quick drop and harms. Cyberbullying complaints have fallen noticeably. Some kids have shifted to unregulated spaces. Okay, cyberbullying complaints haven't fallen noticeably. Some kids have shifted to unregulated. That's a problem, right? Like, what do you do about Discord? And sites like that where it's just like chat sites. There's even less overview of what happens there. A social media account. So you don't want to push, like, you almost have to create the alternative. Kids are going to keep using these things. If you make a space where you essentially can act like a supervisor, there is supervision, even if it's like an AI looking for trends, trying to identify, going through all messages and trying to identify problematic situations. That would be better than what they currently have. Potential downside for vulnerable groups. Critics argue it can isolate rural, disabled, LGBTQ+, marginalized teen who rely on online communities for support and connection. That's always happened then. Platform pushback and privacy concerns. Tech companies say it's hard to enforce perfectly without invasive ID checks. What do you think's coming next? I think invasive ID checks. I brought it up earlier that there should be some kind of government ID for you in the digital space. There should be certain things that require you to use your government ID to log into. The bots are going to win. Online, the bots are going to win. It's all just going to be robots talking to you. Unless there is some kind of invasive ID check that proves you're human and gets you access. In which case you can keep all the bots out. So, like, it's going to happen. I think they're behind the curve on where they should be here, but I don't think there's any stopping that. Age verification methods have accuracy issues near the 16 threshold. I think we've seen that. Like, a bunch of the kids in that one clip were 15. Like, oh, nothing changed for me. Well, you're close enough to the threshold that it just lets you through. I think. Mixed teen experiences. While some feel freer, others say it didn't really change anything or cut off from friends. A Sydney school visited by BBC found most students who used social media before the ban still had access. Like, it's certainly not perfect. They're taking baby steps, I think. Overall, it's early days. The law is unwinding decades of easy access and full effects on mental health behavior. Platform design will take longer to measure. The regulators view it as progress, but stresses platforms need to do better while technology is fix on its own. Yep. Okay. I want to know. No, Roblox was not banned in Australia. The law, which took effect on December, applies to designated age-restricted social media platforms. Roblox is explicitly classified by the eSafety Commission as a gaming platform rather than a social media platform. It falls under legislative exclusions for online games. So if you put your social media platform, put it inside of a video game, and you're good. You can get by. Maybe that's a problem. Is there plans? Are there intentions to ban or include Roblox? No. So, game of cat and mouse continues. Doesn't look like the cat's doing a very good job. Well, at least it's a step.